This Blake Griffin build is dominating on NBA 2K25. Now, as you can see, we can get ourselves open and get crazy contacts like this. And y'all know I got to give him a high enough mid-range to make shots like this. As I hit him with the go-to shot, get in the post and shoot a post fade, green bean chicken wing. And this wouldn't be a Blake Griffin build if I didn't give him a high enough three-point range to hit open shots like this. As nobody is guarding me on the wing. Y'all know what color that is. But in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make my Blake Griffin build in NBA 2K25. Before we get into the build, I'm going to show you all the animations that I'm actually using on this player. Here's all the SIGs, the go-to shot, pass style, everything that you need. I'm also going to be giving y'all a jump shot as well. Here's a jumper that I've been using in today's video, and Matt Ryan is probably one of the best bases that I used on big builds. But if y'all could do me a favor and like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications to the channel so you can be notified when I post. We is on our grind to 30k subs. Can we also try to get 200 likes on today's video? I would really appreciate it, my guy. I'm switching it up on y'all. But as you can see, starting off with the build, you could make it as small forward. That way your secondary position will be power forward. But we're going to go with power forward. For the height, we're going to go with 6'8". And for the weight, we're going to go 249 pounds. And for the wingspan, we're actually going to put it at 6'11". Now, y'all already know that we got to start off with the finishing. For the close shot, we're going to put it to a 75. For the driving layer, we're going to put it to an 80, so that way we can at least get physical finisher on silver. For the driving dunk, now I did go with a Pistons version of Blake Griffin. I still gave him a 90 driving dunk, so you can decide if you want to use your cap breakers there and get that 93 to get gold posterizer. But for the standing dunk, I did go with a 72 for rise up on bronze. And for the post control, I did go with a 77, so we can get post up poet on silver. If you want to go 79, you can. Moving on to the shooting, we're going to give ourselves an 86 mid-range, which you can use your cap breakers to get a higher mid-range, or you can just use one to get to an 87 while also getting a 75 three-pointer. And for the free throw, we're only going to put it to a 79, which is more than enough to hit consistently from the free throw line. Moving on to the playmaking, we're going to give ourselves a 75 pass accuracy so we can get that silver dimer, while also getting an 81 ball handle, which is going to allow us to unlock handles for days on silver. And we're also going to get a 75 speed with ball for silver lightning launch. Now, moving on to the defense, we're going to give ourselves a 70 interior. For the perimeter, we're going to put it to a 74. Now, for the steal, we're actually going to put it to a 60, which is going to be just enough so that way we can get bronze interceptor. And for the block, we're only going to put it to a 78. If you want to go with a higher block, you can, but I feel like that's just high enough. And it's really just going to be a good enough stat to help in the paint. Now, moving on to the offensive rebound, we're going to put it to a 70. And for the defensive rebound, we're going to put it at a 80, so that we can get rebound chaser on silver, and you can +1 it to get it on gold. But moving on to the physicals, for the speed, we're going to put it all the way up to an 82. For the agility, we're only going to put it to a 72. We're not going to really be playing that much on the on ball, so there's not really much to worry about that. But for the strength, we're going to put it to a 75. And for the vertical, we're going to put it to an 80, so that way we can get our gold posterizer if you want to use 3 of your cap breakers on that driving dunk. But here's all the stats. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section about this Blake Griffin build. And here's all the takeovers that we get as well. What I would recommend is either using Clinic or Slice Takeover. But I'm going to show y'all the shades that we get. Now, we're obviously not going to get any Blake Griffin shades because they don't have them in the game, unfortunately. But we get Scotty Barnes, Paolo Banchero, and Anthony Davis, and you have built yourself a small ball 4. Now, this is definitely a W build name, and I'm about to show y'all some gameplay on this build. Y'all already know how we going crazy in the rec. I'm shooting the open 3. Y'all know what color that is, man. This build is actually insane. I get the defensive rebound right there, push the ball down the court, go straight to the paint, and dunk it down with no problem. Listen, this build is actually crazy because we can do everything that we need. We can get rebounds. We can play decent defense. We're not a complete cone. And on top of that, y'all know we can dunk the ball. We can also shoot it at a very high clip. Like I said, this is a Pistons version of Blake Griffin. Yeah, he wasn't able to really dunk the ball as much, but it wasn't like he wasn't getting up there still. You know what I'm saying? He was still getting a few contacts here and there, but he still had that skill set that he was developing outside from the 3-point line and just in the mid-range area. So that's why I wanted to make an all-around Blake Griffin build. Y'all let me know in the comment section which version of Blake Griffin you think was the best, the Detroit Pistons version or the LA Clippers version. You feel me? Now look, right here, getting past my defender, dunking it down with ease. And also, if you made it this far into the video, type in the comment section high flyer. Just type high flyer or Blake. If you type one of those, you let me know that you made it this far, and I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that clicked on this video, to be honest. We've been going crazy so far, and I wanted to make a different build. So realistically, this Blake Griffin build kind of just popped up. I was like, I should just make a Blake Griffin build, you know, dunk the ball, really just be that all-around player on the court, and to where I can still orchestrate it like this as I'm throwing the lob up to Zion. Like, bro, imagine Zion and Blake Griffin on the same team. That would have been crazy. But enough talking about that. As you can see, I'm throwing the lob up to Zion. He's throwing the lob up to me as well, as I catch it right here with no problem. Nobody is stopping us in that paint. As you can see, I get to the paint, get a contact animation. I was really supposed to put him in a contact dunk, but he just kind of like moved out of it. I don't know. That was kind of crazy. But look, right here, I'm shooting the mid-range wide open. Y'all know what cut that is. Green bean chicken wing. This play right here, the AI is shooting the open three at the top of the key. I'm getting the rebound over him, just showcasing that you can get boards on this build if you play it right. And as you can see, I'm still catching lobs with no problem. And like I say in most of my videos, these builds are templates. So if you want to change something yourself, you definitely can. Or if you don't have cap breakers that well, this is definitely a good starter build. Now, if you have cap breakers, there's a lot of possibilities and a lot of different routes that you can go with this build. You can get a higher mid-range if you want, so that way you can unlock more shooting badges, or you can max out your driving dunk with your cap breakers and get it to a 97, which will allow you to get that Hall of Fame aerial wizard, and then you can +1 it and get it on legend. Basically, that's what I did, and it helps out a lot when you're catching lobs, especially when you try to get some contact lobs. It will basically just boost your chances. But look, as you can see right here, we're on defense right now. Y'all know on any build that I play on that can have a high enough speed to get down the court, I'm always going to run that break. If your big has a high enough pass accuracy to throw the ball to you when you're down court in transition, then that's definitely going to be free fast break points for you every single time. But this is the end of the video, and I just want to say that I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, why don't you like, comment, subscribe. We is on that grind of 30K subs, and check out my most recent videos that's going to be popping up on the screen right here. And hey man, I'm out.